time, we're going to be exploring yet more visual representation of how women are single-handedly ruining the goth subculture by themselves, while simultaneously claiming that they're not. It's like they're not even trying to fight the stereotype.
And if you've seen my face or my trim before, you know that I don't really like this whole idea of cringe culture. But one person that I take a particular dislike to is Jake Monroe. But the reason why I'm actually talking about this guy is because, as you probably picked up in that video, he is one of these kind of almost subversive conservative grifters that has now started to kind of manifest in the alternative space. He is somebody with a large platform, albeit with incredibly low views, and therefore he does have a level of influence. And when you look at his comment sections, you can tell exactly the kind of people that he's inducting into alternative fashion spaces, gothic fashion spaces. And interestingly enough, despite the fact that this guy seems to have a real chip on his shoulder when it comes to e-girl goths or goths who aren't a certain type of goth or happen to do a certain line of work, he certainly makes a lot of profit and a lot of content off the backs of these women. Like, you can do a very cursory scroll through his YouTube channel and see that most of the thumbnails are littered with women who didn't give their consent to be there, and quite often aren't happy to be shown in his videos, especially in the context of how he talks about them. For example,
this chick's reel looks a lot more stupid, but it gets better. The phrase "keep having fun" here, is that immediately apparent to anyone?
Look at my cute little smile.
Phrases. Let me break it down for you. This chick's idea of fun. Are we getting there? This chick's idea of fun is dancing in a dark room by herself for the approval of strangers online.
That's where you're wrong.
And the thing is, Jake Monroe is one of many people like this. He is a symptom of an issue that has been growing over the last few years. This rise in subtle conservatism and anti-woman rhetoric. This weird attitude of trying to villainize and vilify hot goth women, hot women who maybe do a line of work that isn't your bag, but isn't necessarily hurting anyone. I'm gonna grab you by the bush when I tell you this, but hot women have always existed in alternative subcultures. We literally have Morticia and Elvira as the figureheads for a lot of gothic media. I also just find it incredibly comical because gothic subculture especially takes so much inspiration from adult media, from adult lines of interaction and play with each other. Where do you think fishnets came from? Where do you think O-ring chokers came from? These aren't just like fashion items. A lot of the things that you see very commonly in gothic fashion, including stuff that you see on younger people now and it's been more normalized for all ages, comes from sexy women doing what sexy women do. And so for anyone who is a follower of both me and Jake, let me just make one thing clear. This man is not a good representative of any alternative fashion community. He is a grifter.